everyone, welcome to Working On It. I'm Dr. A and I'm a clinical psychologist aiming to make your life just a bit more manageable. Remember, the tools and the tidbits that you pick up on this channel are purely educational. They can't replace therapy, but with some practice they can help you in your daily life. So let's get started. Today we are going to talk about the number one New Year's resolution, goal, intention that you can have to make your new year better. It's a time where everybody's talking about it, and sometimes it's hard to come up with things outside of be more healthy and work out and get out more and have new experiences. They all seem to be very general, and the more general our goals are, the less likely we are to actually follow through. But why is it important to even have goals or resolutions? Because manifestation, I have a video on this, is a real thing in a science-based way. In the sense that if we have a goal in our mind, we are very purpose-driven beings. We want to work towards something. We have a drive for that. So if we name it and have it be really, really specific, then we are more likely to actually work toward it little by little by little and make it happen. So let's set a goal at the top of the year that is specific, doable, and important. And so today I'm going to talk to you about a really, really important one and how to get there. So today we're going to be talking about relationships. Relationships are one of the most important things that we have going through our life as human beings for our mental health, for our physical health, for our safety, for our well-being. I mean, we are not solo animals, and there are animals that are like that, including, we're animals, human beings, but we are not. We are herd animals. We are meant to exist in groups, and feeling connected to people is extremely important for our safety. I mean, it is there in our brain. We can't take it away, no matter how much of a hermit we think we are. It's still very important. So even if you think you're a loner or you're a hermit, you still need a connection or several connections. We can't get away from that. Back in the day, caveman times, all those times, why did it become important? Because being connected to a group of people meant you were gonna eat and not starve to death. Being connected to a group of people meant you knew where the food is, you knew that you had shelter. So social inclusion or exclusion continued to be extremely important to our well-being, our mental well-being, our physical well-being, and that still stands. So the number one goal we can have is about relationships. And I want us to have the goal of reevaluating our relationships. Now, mostly I'm talking about social, but this absolutely applies to your romantic relationships and your familial relationships as well. And we're going to think of it like a big pile of clothes on the bed that we have to go through and put in boxes. So when I tell you guys, I'm a terrible drawer, as you could see by my boxes. When I tell you guys how much I appreciate our community that we've built, so much so that I tried to look up a tutorial of how to draw boxes. Obviously that didn't go well because I ended up with this, but I was trying to draw it, so please excuse what I have here. But we're gonna think of it like 3 boxes, and it's green, orange, and red for a reason. I want you to think, you know what, I'm going to do this with all of my relationships in my life, make a list of people. Or I'm only going to do this with friends. I want to reevaluate my friendships, make a list of people. I only want to reevaluate this with my relationships with my family, make a list of people. When you have that list of people, that is the pile of clothes on the bed that we are going to put in boxes. The first box, the first categorization is comfortable but keep. Comfortable and keep, pardon me. So I'm comfortable where we are, I'm satisfied, my needs are being met, I'm happy they're an addition to my life, and so I want to keep that relationship. And what I want you to do with the clothes that go in here with this box is when you identify who those people on the list are, I want you to during the new year, as we go into the new year, in the beginning, tell them how much they mean to you, what you love about your relationship with them, and that reinforces the things that are healthy and are going well. And who doesn't love to receive a compliment, number one? But number two, like I said, it reinforces what you would like for there to be more of that already exists, right? So comfortable keep is the first box. We should be so lucky to have people to put in this box. That's great. The orange box, the next box, is the tough one. So we have uncomfortable address. Uncomfortable address. I go along to get along, we exchange messages, or we even hang out, but I don't feel cared about. I don't feel supported. Maybe I don't even feel like there's room for me in our friendship, relationship, between family. So I'm actually uncomfortable, and I've been uncomfortable for a while, but they mean a lot to me. And maybe it's on me for pretending, for going along to get along. There's actually something I could do about it, and I think they might be open to it. But even if they're not, I want to give it a shot. And the way you're going to express it to them is, we're talking about specifics, right? So specifically, what is it that's lacking? What is it that you need from them? And also ask, I'm asking you to do more of A, B, and C. Do you need something from me, right? Let them have the floor. Maybe they do need something from you. Maybe they're lacking and you just gave them the opportunity. You opened up the floor to have an honest conversation about your relationship, right? Now, be really, really vigilant about how this goes. If they say to you, yes, definitely, we're going to make this work, I hear you, and then you don't see any change, then we're going to have to readdress what box this goes in, because you left everything out on the table. So it's not just a conversation, it's a conversation that should be followed by behavior, right? And if you address it and you see, I said something and I could actually point to things that change and I'm working on meeting their needs more, then we're going to re-put this into this box. But give it a while. Don't be too hasty about replacing the boxes. So, comfortable keep, uncomfortable address, and see what happens after you address it. And the last red box, maybe you can tell what's coming up next. But that last one is uncomfortable leave behind. Why would you, both of these are uncomfortable, right? Why would you have an uncomfortable leave behind section rather than address? This means that I have addressed it with them before, and I felt like not only was there not a behavior shift, but the person didn't have empathy. They passed around the blame. They didn't take any accountability. They weren't really interested in having a conversation about it. My pain or what my needs are was laughable to them, or they were uninterested, right? Or they told me, like I said, they told me, yes, things will change, and then there was no real behavior to confirm that. So this essentially means I have enough data to know that this is not changing. Not everyone is not capable of change, but not everybody is ready to change or wanting to change. Your feelings, unfortunately, you will find out, or how they impact you, how people impact you, don't matter to everyone, unfortunately. And so you need to leave the people in your life that if you're expressing to them, I'm hurt, or I'm needing something more, let's figure out a pathway forward, that matters to them, that's important to them. And it matters enough to actually make shifts to keep the relationship healthy and alive and to keep it going for 10, 20 more, 30 more years, right? So this means I have enough data, and unfortunately, this just causes me suffering. It's not additive in my life, and it's okay to then decide this affects my, like I said, my well-being, my mental health, my physical health enough where I don't need to pour into that relationship and dilute the stronger relationships that I have. So, comfortable keep, uncomfortable address, and watch for the impact of that. And then uncomfortable, I have enough data, leave behind. This is your number one most important goal. If you don't have any resolutions, adopt this. If you have some, maybe put this on the list and eke it a little bit higher, because your relationships, like I said, we are herd animals, really impact us day to day, and that adds up. That adds up to how we move about our lives, whether we feel supported or not, whether these people are there to celebrate when we're winning, whether they're there to hold our hand when we're having a tough time and be that phone call we could make and check in on us. This matters. This matters because it takes up your energy. So, your number one New Year goal. In the meantime, stay tuned to more topics and videos that I have. Please click like and subscribe. The more people subscribe, the more I am able to put my energy into making videos for you guys and growing our community and interacting. So, comment down below whether you have other New Year's resolutions, whether this is something you would like to implement, whether you would like to implement it in a different way. Maybe in your mind, this has 4 boxes and not 3. So comment down below. Please subscribe, like I said, and give this video a like if you liked it. Until then, you got this. See you next time.